Hello everyone and welcome to Cafe. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. It's great to be back with you to share all the fun and exciting events that are happening this week. So the Central Florida Zoo, they always have something going on, and from the different meet and greets you can do with the bigger animals there, from the petting zoo, we had a chance to check out a little bit of what the residents of the zoo are up to. Take a look. Here at the Central Florida Zoo, they are giving you amazing opportunities to get up close with some of their grand and famous residents. And I am here with Animal Operations Director Chris Torge, and we are here with really an amazing guy right next to us, PJ. Tell us who PJ is and how guests can get up close like this. This is incredible.
Sure, PJ is our greater one-horned rhinoceros, and from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, you can book rhinoceros encounters so you can get up close and personal with PJ, touch him, and ask questions of his trainers.
What an amazing opportunity. And you were telling me, I mean, PJ wouldn't necessarily appear in a Sanford area. This is a rare species found on the other side of the world.
Correct. So he is a threatened species of rhinoceros. He's a greater one-horned rhinoceros, and they're found in northern India and Nepal.
So with this rhino encounter, guests are to stay over here next to the fence. We've got Maggie, one of your senior zookeepers this morning, giving him a nice, healthy breakfast. I saw some fresh fruit in there.
Correct, yes. He gets a variety of different types of produce every day.
Different types of produce. I saw bananas, apples, alfalfa. Is that on the menu?
Alfalfa and coastal hay he has access to 24/7. And then he gets a breakfast, lunch, and dinner of rhinoceros grain and different types of produce. So altogether, he gets about 120 pounds of food a day.
Wow. So we've got a lot to feed because he's a big guy, about
Yes.
4,000 pounds, you
About
said?
4,000 pounds. That's an estimate. We don't have a scale big enough to measure him, but we do believe that he's on the bigger side of greater one-horned rhinoceros males.
So with some beast like this so grand, PJ, sorry, I'm not trying to shame you, but it's important for you with your guests to be safe because he is such a large animal.
Correct. So for our rhinoceros encounters, you'll get a safety briefing before you enter the area, and then you'll also get a safety briefing on how to safely touch PJ during the encounter.
So I see you've said earlier, he's parallel parked here, so
Yes,
the
he is.
guests will be able to approach with the keeper and given instructions. When I'm looking at PJ, it looks like he's been rolling around in the mud. That probably is nice and comfortable for him.
Yes, he rolls in the mud to keep himself cool, protects him from the bugs, and keeps him protected from getting a sunburn. So when guests do touch him, you know you are going to get a little muddy, but we do have a sink for you afterwards so you can wash off your hands.
So what's the protocol for giving PJ a few pats?
So he doesn't like anybody near his head or his tail area, so we basically just touch his belly and we go side to side.
Okay.
And if guests get really want to explore, you can get inside of those folds there because the texture is way different.
All right, I gotta touch Mr.
Go for it.
Wow, he's got some tough skin.
His skin is very tough. It's about 1 inch thick in certain spots, but it's very sensitive. You can feel a bug land on him, so that's why he rolls in the mud to keep.
Sensitive.
Yes, he can feel all of this, and he actually really likes it. So part of the treats that we give him throughout the day, we'll give him scratches, we'll use big brooms to scrub him down, and we even have a high-pressure fire hose that he likes to take a bath with.
Oh, no kidding. That'll definitely exfoliate the skin.
100%.
So being able to get up close like this for guests, this is so incredible. I know you guys encourage conservation for people to learn about the species, and you said earlier that he is a rare species.
Yeah, so they're a threatened species of rhino basically due to habitat destruction. They're getting pushed out of their habitat in India and Nepal, and part of the cost of the rhinoceros encounter gets donated to the International Rhino Fund, and that's a fund that helps all 5 species of rhinos around the world.
So yeah, if guests want to actually get up close like this with PJ, there are several opportunities to do that throughout the week, and they can go online.
Correct.
And
So
book those encounters.
Friday through Monday, we offer the encounters 3 times a day, and you just have to go to centralfloridazoo.org and hit animal encounters and then rhinoceros encounter.
So you heard it. If you want to get up close and personal with PJ over here and watch him eat a delicious breakfast to put on that weight that he needs to do every day, what an incredible way to learn about the species and to really see, these incredible incredible creatures that we are blessed with in this world. Awesome.
Exactly, yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, PJ. And thank you to Chris
Of
George,
course,
the
anytime.
Director of Animal Operations here at the Central Florida Zoo. Check it out, you guys. The zoo is really one of my favorite places from ever since my boys were little, and I would take them to the petting zoo and then ride the zoo train. But they have events for adults even in the evenings where you can grab a beverage and cruise around the zoo, so definitely check out their website.
I think I would need a beverage, so to make sure that
That you enjoy it to the
Yes,
fullest.
exactly,
I love
yes.
that. Why not?
Well, get to know the Taft area and its community center open house. Originally designed as a recreation hall, the community center has hosted large events and gatherings to meet the community's needs. The visionaries who dreamed of a gathering place had no idea that their dream would continue to serve the community 46 years later. This open house will be free, fun, and interactive for everyone. And for details, go to tafthistoricalsociety.com.
The Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival takes place now through the 27th. For 32 years, Orlando Fringe has hosted its International Theater Festival that features 2 weeks of live entertainment, unique theater experiences, kid-friendly shows and activities, and a celebration of independent artists. This is the oldest Fringe festival in the United States. For more details, go to orlandofringe.org.
The Winter Park Playhouse presents another one of its popular Spotlight cabarets, and this time, Bert Rodriguez takes the stage with a new solo cabaret. Playhouse patrons will know Bert most recently from A Swinging Christmas. He has also appeared in numerous main stage productions. This is a truly New York-style cabaret, with each performance lasting about 55 minutes with no intermission. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. for seating, and showtime is at 7:30. Check out winterparkplayhouse.org for tickets.
Everyone's favorite storybook characters come together in the timeless yet relevant modern classic Into the Woods. The story follows a baker and his wife who wish to have a child. It also follows Cinderella, who wishes to attend the King's Festival, and Jack, who wishes his cow would give milk. This hilarious journey takes place at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts, May 23rd through the 26th. For showtimes and tickets, go to drphillipscenter.org.
Jeremy Heilman from the Orange County Regional History Center is here to tell us more about what we can expect when we visit the center.
Yeah.
So tell us, what is the Orange County Regional History Center, and what should we expect if we were to go there?
Yeah, so the Orange County Regional History Center is located in the middle of downtown Orlando on Central Boulevard. It's in the historic 1927 courthouse, so it's kind of hard to miss if you're going by there. But really, our goal as a museum is to preserve and share the history of Central Florida. So if that's something you want to learn a little bit more about the history of the area, it's definitely something to check out and kind of see, all the way from indigenous peoples and the first settlers all the way to modern day. It's kind of a history of both the Orlando area and the surrounding Central Florida region.
And when you say region, it's not just Orange County.
Yeah, so that's something that maybe some of the public doesn't always know, is that we as a collecting institution, our sort of area of focus is not just Orange County, but all the surrounding counties. So it's a total of 7 counties. Basically, in a rough sense, it's the original Mosquito County that all the counties kind of broke from. So we cover a pretty large area of Central Florida, so that allows us to tell some additional stories and some cool things that aren't just Orlando specific.
And we have so many people who are moving to Central Florida. Is this a place where you would go to really get acquainted with the area, to say, what is this all about? What is Orlando? It's not just theme parks, it's actually here before the theme parks.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing for somebody who's just, curious about the area to come check out. And of course, there are people who are always new to the area, but even people who have been here, their entire lives, there's certainly some things that, might not always come up, or, stories that people may have not have heard. So we have our, our permanent exhibits that kind of go through that history, and then we're always trying to, do new things, whether it be, temporary exhibitions or programming or just different events that sort of utilize the, all the interesting stories that make up our community and try to, inform people and hope that people, can get something out of it and see something that is, either inspirational or they can see part of their story or, kind of relate to, and that's, really our goal.
And you mentioned events, and one of the things that I think people don't recognize is that this is not static. So there's all kinds of sensory things going on. There's audible lessons, there are things you can read, there's all kinds of things that you can get engaged with.
Yeah, so we, the hope is that it's a very interactive experience, and then, of course, with exhibits, we have them, there. A lot of the permanent exhibits are things that people may have seen if they've been to the museum before. So in hopes of supplementing that, there's always, events and different programming that allows people to sort of expand upon that a little bit and come and, do an activity or hear, a speaker or something that would, entice them to come in, again and again. And we hope that it's not just, the same things over and over again, that we can tell more stories and, get more people involved.
Would you bring the whole family? Is this great for kids as well?
Yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff for kids, interactive experiences and things that they can kind of, play with and learn from. And, it's definitely something for the whole family. I think that, the kids can play in our, replica Mercury capsule on the first floor. And then, of course, there's some more, some more mature or more, loftier, topics covered that may be a little bit more, suitable for the adult level. But yeah, I mean, I think it's something that everybody in the family could definitely enjoy.
It's one of those places that really makes you realize how interesting this area is, how we touch on all kinds of things in science and entertainment. It's a little bit of everything.
Of course, yeah. And I mean, just, any area that you're in always has a history or something interesting, but I think especially in Central Florida, there are, like you said, there's so many cool things and cool eras, and, if kind of going back to what you said about people who are new to the area, maybe, some of those time periods that they're not as familiar with, and the really interesting and dynamic things that were going on over time. And, we have a lot to cover, so we're really happy to at least share, as much of those stories as we can.
Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for being with us today, and go to the Orange County Regional History Center and enjoy. Back by popular demand, get ready to rock out with Queen, Rhythm and Rhapsody at the Garden Theater. This concert is an electrifying salute to the legendary rock band and their iconic frontman, Freddie Mercury. It features Broadway star and vocal powerhouse Justin Matthew Sargent. If you're a diehard fan or love the magic of Queen's iconic music, this show is an absolute must-see. The concert takes place May 24th through the 26th. Go to gardentheater.org for more information.
Heroes who gave the ultimate price will be honored at the annual Orange County Memorial Day ceremony at the Orange County Courthouse on Monday, May 27th at 9 a.m. This is a somber event for friends and family of those who have fallen. While this is a public event, we encourage you to watch the live coverage on Orange TV. You can find out more at orangetvfl.net or ocfl.net.
The Crialdi School of Art presents the permanent collection of Hannibal Square at the Hannibal Square Heritage Center in Winter Park, now through June 1st. During this exhibition, you'll be able to engage with the pieces that are normally not on display. The permanent collection has over 200 archival framed photographs that depict family and community life in West Winter Park, spanning 100 years. Admission is free. Go to HannibalSquareHeritageCenter.org for more details.
It's really amazing. There is a lot of rich history here, especially in Winter Park.
Really is.
There is a really great small business that does ghost tours in Winter Park.
Oh, yeah.
Because some of the businesses that are shopping underneath, up top, maybe they were like an old jail. Just fascinating stuff all over our community.
And on top of that, you've got great entertainment, you've got the Fringe Festival, you've got the tribute to Queen with Freddie Mercury, so it's so much.
Jam-packed.
Yeah, never a dull moment. Well, that wraps up this week of events, and if you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.